Hey everybody, my name is Andrew Ellis, and this is going to be a presentation on acoustic registers. We're going to focus on one particular acoustic register, which Berton Coffin, the great voice teacher and researcher, he called this acoustic register upper chest voice. And this sound, this register, is called many names. Some people call it Voce Aperta, open voice, open timbre. Other people call it, they might call it belting or chest voice or uh, all kinds of different terminology that people use. But ultimately, all of these terms, which are describing what I'm going to call the acoustic register of upper chest, is describing an acoustic phenomenon. And that acoustic phenomenon is where one of the resonances, the first resonance of the human voice, tracks with a particular overtone. And in this case, if you're not familiar with acoustics or the harmonic series, generally we talk about the fundamental, and then we talk about the first overtone and the second overtone and the third overtone. Other people use the terminology of harmonics. There's the fundamental, which is the first harmonic, and the second harmonic, which would be the first overtone, third harmonic, which would be the second overtone. It all gets kind of confusing, but I'm going to show you and demonstrate how this works right now. So here we go. If we start recording, and you can see my voice here on the spectrograph, and we take a pitch which I'm familiar with, middle C, and we sing an O vowel on a middle C, we're going to see certain acoustic phenomena. So, mo. I'm going to pause that. All of a sudden, right here, here's this O vowel. There are certain harmonics, certain activity that lights up brighter red than others. So we see a really strong red line here. We see some red here. We see some orange and some reds up here. Each of those indicate a place where a resonance of the voice is overlapping with the overtone series. That resonance is like some people describe it like it amplifies and strengthens whatever overtones fall in that bandwidth. So if I add a frequency filter and we focus in right here, we're going to hear a sound. That is the sound of that overtone strengthened by that resonance. And that overtone, that acoustic signature, that timbre, when the first resonance overlaps with the second harmonic or the first overtone, that sounds like something, that sounds like chest voice, that sounds like yell timbre, it sounds like voce aperta. And that unique texture that happens when that happens will go up and go down, and there will be a consistent sound quality, a consistent vibratory pattern at the vocal cords. Manuel Garcia, when he described registers, he said that it's a similar sound produced by a similar mechanical function. And the vowel and we'll get into that. So if we wanted to go down and we wanted to stay in this register, we're going to have to do certain things to get that resonance to track down as the frequency goes down. So here's a scale. If I just sang O, notice that my mouth doesn't move. Mouth doesn't move, the resonance doesn't move, but the pitch is changing. And you're going to see that those red areas kind of track, they stay in a similar position because the resonator stays the same. This all gets extremely complicated and technical. But what we want to do and what I want to demonstrate in this video is that if you change the resonator, if you change your vowel, your mouth shape, you can track that overtone. And so and we're going to talk about why that's so important. So now I'm going to track that resonance. So here we can see starts at an O, ends up in an oo, but you see this line right here, that first overtone, second harmonic, that is consistently lit up bright red. And that's because that resonance is tracking right alongside with it. As it's nice and open, and then it gets more and more closed as it descends. We can do the same thing going up. So now, as I go up, I've got to open the vowel. So it's very open. And that will start to sound like a yell. Listen to this. Hey! Ho! That's a yell. That's a very spontaneous human expression. And look at that. On the hey and the ho, we see this very bright red, very strong tracking between the first formant, the first resonance, and the first overtone, second harmonic. That's tracking together, and it powers that up. And so now I'll do a demonstration where I'm going to go up the scale, and you're going to see how I open and close. Oh, mo, 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 mo. And at the top, it's a very open vowel. It's a very strong vowel. The open vowels tend to be louder than the more closed vowels. And so peak the mic, got really powerful resonance going on.